Hi everyone, I'm Karen from the Alinker Academy. Welcome to this class on a cardio workout. Enjoy your workout.
Okay, so before we start our exercise, it's important that we do a warm-up to get our heart rate up, warm our muscles, get them nice and loose so that we don't injure ourselves. So we're just going to start with some marching. You want to try to go as fast as you comfortably can just to get our heart rates up. So we're just lifting our feet and stomping back down, getting nice and high. Perfect. So if you're comfortable letting go of the handlebars, we're going to bring our arms down and we're going to add in a bicep curl as we do this. So feet are still going, arms are going. If you're not comfortable letting go completely, hold on with one hand and just do one arm. Good. So we're going at a little bit of a faster pace just to increase that heart rate. You should feel like your internal body temperature is getting a little bit warmer. And let's switch arms if you're holding with one. Perfect. So keep your pace up and we're marching. We're doing our bicep curl. Perfect. And let's just relax. Come back to the feet and let's swing our arms just down at our sides. Good. Just a few more seconds and we'll be done with our warm-up. Perfect. Keep that pace going. And we'll go from 3, 2, 1, and relax. So you are now ready to exercise.
This is a 20-minute upper body and cardio workout. To begin, we're going to start with some seated marching. You're going to sit nice and tall on your bike with your shoulders pulled back and your core tight. You're going to alternate between your left and your right foot, lifting your leg up as high as you can. So even if you can only get just the heel of your foot off the ground, that's okay too. For our next exercise, we're going to be performing a hip abduction motion. So you're going to have one foot planted firmly on the ground and you're going to extend one leg straight out to the side of your body. As you're extending your leg, you want to think about trying to squeeze your bum muscles as you're reaching out to the side. So now that we've done one leg, we're going to switch and repeat on the opposite side. So exact same thing, opposite foot is planted firmly on the ground, posture is tall, and you're squeezing your bum muscles as you extend your leg out to the side, reaching as far as you're comfortable. We're going to take a small little cardio break and we're going to do some alternating heel to toe walking forwards for a few steps, and then we're going to pause and we're going to walk backwards. As you're walking backwards, you want to think about reaching and hitting with the toe of your foot first and your heel second. So walking forward, we're going heel to toe. Walking backwards, we're going toe to heel. So you want to try to push off from the ball of your foot as you're walking forward, and then as we're walking backwards, you're pushing off through the heel of your foot. So if you have the space in your home, you can take as many steps forward as you can, as well as many steps backwards. If you're out in a nice open area, you can go for even longer distances, walking forward and then walking back to your starting position. You can go at whatever speed you are most comfortable with. Okay, so we're going to move back into an upper body strengthening exercise, and we're going to do some external rotation. So what you will need is a exercise band. You're going to hold it in both hands. The closer your hands are together when you start, the more resistance you're going to feel as you rotate out. So find your comfortable positioning, perform a couple repetitions and adjust your hands as needed. So you want to sit nice and tall on your bike with your shoulders pinched back and elbows tucked into your side. You're going to be rotating your arms out, pulling against the resistance of that band, trying to squeeze your shoulder blades together as you're bringing your arms out away from the body, making sure to keep your elbows close to your body the entire time. You can have your feet planted firmly on the ground or up on the front axle of the bike, whatever you're most comfortable. You also want to try to keep your core engaged the entire time as you're doing this exercise. And now we're going to move back into doing a little bit of cardio, and we're going to take a few steps forward and a few steps backwards by performing the bunny hop pattern. So when we're hopping forward, you're reaching with both feet at the same time, touching down with the heels of your feet and pushing off from the balls of your feet. We're now going to switch back into an upper body strengthening exercise, and we're going to be performing shoulder press with an eccentric shoulder abduction. So holding one hand weight, you're going to punch the sky with your palm facing your body. Once your arm is extended up over your head, you're going to turn your palms face forward and slowly lower your arm out to the side with a straight elbow. You're going to bring your arm back into your body and repeat that motion, where you're going to punch the sky, extending the elbow, turn your palm forward, and slowly lower down to the side. You want to maintain a good shoulder pinch the entire time you are performing this exercise. And now we're going to switch sides, performing the exact same movement. Punch the sky with your palm facing your body, turn your palm forward, and slowly lower your arm out to the side. Keep that core tight and your shoulders pinched back the entire time. And now we're going to go back to a cardio break. So we're going to be performing the forward and backwards bunny hops. So backwards, touching down with the ball of your foot and pushing off through the heel of your foot. Next, we're going to move into some shoulder circles. So you're going to be sitting nice and tall on your bike. You can have your feet firmly on the ground or on the front axle. Shoulders pinched back, and you're going to perform small little circles with your hands rotating backwards. So if you're not comfortable having both hands off of the bike, feel free to do this with one arm, where you're holding the handlebars with one hand and your opposite arm is extended out to the side, rotating backwards, keeping those shoulders pinched the entire time. Core is engaged as well. So now we're going to move into doing forward circles. So you want to maintain your exact same body position, except you're changing the rotation of your arms to a forward circle now. Make sure to keep those shoulders pinched back the entire time we're performing this exercise and your core is engaged. And we'll move back to a cardio break now. So we're going to do some more bunny hops, both feet moving at the same time, reaching forward, hitting with the heels of your feet, and reversing, touching down with the balls of your feet, pushing off through your heels. So now we're going to move into another upper body strengthening exercise. We're going to be performing a front raise. So you will need a pair of light hand weights. You're going to sit nice and tall on your bike, shoulders pulled back, core engaged. With your palms facing the ground, you're going to raise your arms up to shoulder height. So no higher, you're just going until you're horizontal with the floor. And you're just going to repeat going up and down. If you're not comfortable performing this exercise with both hands off of the handlebars, feel free to perform with one arm. Just hold onto the handlebars with one hand and perform the action with your opposite hand. If you find this exercise too hard to do with hand weights, feel free to do without as well. We're going to move back into doing a bit of a cardio break, and we're going to do some alternating heel to toe walking, left and right foot. You're going to walk forwards a few steps and then walk yourself backwards a few steps. For our next exercise, we're going to be performing a straight arm row. So we're going to be working more of our middle and lower back muscles. So sitting nice and tall on your bike, you're going to squeeze your shoulder blades back first, and then with a straight elbow, you're going to swing your arms back behind your body. You don't want to bring your arms back too far where you're shrugging up through your upper shoulders. You want to try to keep a nice long neck as you do this, squeezing those shoulder blades each and every time you move your arms backwards. So your shoulder blades should be engaging first before your arms are moving. We're going to go back into another cardio break, and we're going to do some alternating heel to toe walking. Take a couple steps forward and then take a couple steps backwards. Our next exercise, we're going to be using our exercise band again. And what you're going to do is you're going to place the band on the floor. You're going to step one foot inside of the band so that the band is sitting either on the ball of your foot or in the middle of the arch of your foot. You're going to hold the tails of the band in your hand, and you can either anchor that onto the handlebar for some additional support, or you can just hold it down at your side where you're comfortable. So what we're going to be doing is you're going to be performing a shoulder flexion exercise. So with your foot firmly planted on the ground, anchoring the band to the floor, you're going to raise your arm straight in front of your body, lifting it up just to shoulder height, making sure to keep your shoulders pinched back as you're doing this. Try not to lift your shoulder or shrug your shoulder as you perform this exercise. You want the movement to come solely from those shoulder muscles and not your neck muscles. We're going to switch legs now. You're going to stand on the band again, anchoring it to the floor with your foot, and you're going to raise your arm straight up in front of your body, palm facing inwards, shoulders pinched back, and core engaged. You can adjust how much resistance you provide on the band by how much you are standing on the band on the floor. So if you find that the movement is too hard, then just give yourself a little bit more slack on your band by where you're standing on it on the floor. And we're going to go back to a little bit of a cardio break, taking a couple of steps forward, alternating between heel to toe walking and reverse, walking backwards, going toe to heel. Our next upper body exercise is bicep curls. So you will need a pair of light hand weights as you do this exercise. You're going to be sitting nice and tall, shoulders pinched back, core tight, and you're going to bend your elbow, pulling your hands up to the front of your shoulders, palms facing up towards the sky. So you want to keep those shoulders pinched back the entire time and focus on hinging through that elbow, raising the arms up and slowly lowering them back down to your starting position. You can also perform this exercise with one hand, holding onto the handlebars and performing the bicep curl with one arm for additional support. And we're going to move back into a cardio break, taking a couple of steps forward, going heel to toe, and then reversing that motion, going toe to heel.
Okay, so now that you've worked out, it's important that we do a cool down to help bring our heart rates back down. So what you're going to do is make sure that your handbrake is on your bike. And what we're gonna do is just a very gentle, little bit of an arm swing, little bit of a foot marching, just opening up your arms, lifting your legs, just at a nice slow pace, almost as if you're just taking a nice leisurely walk. So you really want to make sure that you're taking nice deep breaths as you do this. Focus on your breathing. We're just trying to relax our bodies as we're cooling down from our strenuous workouts. So if you don't have the coordination to do arms and legs, then we can just focus on one body part at a time. So I'm going to get Donna to hold on to the handles and just a nice easy march with the legs. It doesn't need to be very high. It's just to try to help flush out the muscles and relax things a little bit more. So again, we're just taking nice deep breaths, just lifting our feet in a little bit of a marching movement. Good, so now let's make our feet become stationary and we'll just do some nice easy swings with our arms, taking nice deep breaths, just trying to open up as much as you can. Focusing on your breathing as we go. Perfect. So if we're not comfortable releasing both hands from the handlebars, then let's hold on to the handlebars with one hand and just open up with one arm, just swinging back and forward, taking nice deep breaths, trying to open up your chest a little bit as you go. Perfect. Good, and let's switch over to that opposite arm. Open up and swing forward. Good, taking nice deep breaths, trying to relax. Nice and open. Good. Excellent. Perfect. So let's just march our feet a little bit more. Take nice deep breaths. Perfect. Just flushing out all that hard work from your muscles. Good. So let's go for a few more seconds. Perfect. Good, and relax, and let's just finish off with 2 nice deep breaths. So if you're comfortable, you can have your arms down in front of you, take a deep breath in, raise your arms up, fill those lungs as much as you can, and exhale out, swing your arms down. Good, and let's do one more time. Deep breath in, open the chest, fill those lungs. Perfect, and down. Excellent, so that's your cool down. If you'd like to perform a few more stretches, then you can go into one of our stretching videos for either upper body, lower body, or a combination of both.